You know what today is? Me either. But it's all good, man. It's your boy, Jess B, man. And welcome to another free promo video to welcome all of my local entrepreneurs and local businesses, small businesses, artists, whatever you do. I'm welcoming everybody to the hood. And that's under the hood, y'all. We ain't on no gangster times. We on positive times. It is what it is. If you can't do that, don't come under the hood. But if you can, welcome aboard. Let's see who we got next.
What up, though? It's your boy Beats by Noize, producer, arranger, sometimes songwriter, drummer, musical director, keyboardist, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Noize. Now look.
Yep.
I talked to my boy right here. He said, yeah, we going over here to this studio. I said, all right, what's his name? He told me Noize, right? And then I talked to Bobby Gunn. Shout out to Bobby Gunn.
Shout out Bobby. What up, though?
You feel me?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, Noize. Noize. I said, what? That is not how you spell Noize, bro. He said, bro, but that's how you spell his name. So he was right.
Shout out Bobby, man. Appreciate you, Doc. Appreciate you.
That's fair. He was right about that?
Yeah, he was right. He was right.
Noize.
Yep.
What made you choose that spelling?
My pops came up with that name for me.
Shout out to Pops.
Yep.
You must be making noise in the city.
Yeah, you know, I do my thing. I do my thing.
Hey, man, first of all, let me give you your kudos and your flowers to say, man, this establishment is dope.
Thank you,
feel
sir.
me?
Thank you,
I
sir.
thought it was just this room. Because I came in like, the studio, let me see if I can get my podcast on.
Yeah.
I seen the room and I was like, maybe not. But it's a whole establishment, y'all.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Multiple rooms. It's so much that you can do here, but you gotta really be tapped in, and that's the point of Under the Hood and these free promo videos. So the people that you're missing, you can reach, man. What made you get into this game, bro?
Man, I was kind of born into it, man. My mother and father, they're both producers, songwriters, worked with a lot of people. My dad worked with the Winans, Parliament Funkadelic. He's...
I bet when you go to his house, it'd be a good time.
Oh, man. Pops.
Music.
Yeah, man. And that's another thing. Like, I've been blessed to see a musical marriage. Like, my parents been married for over 20 years. So, beautiful. Like, it's really dope to see that that's still possible, Yeah. But, yeah, man, I was born into it. I started out professionally at 12 years old.
Wow.
That was my first professional gig in Detroit, Michigan, in front of a crowd of at least 9,000, like at Hart Plaza.
That was your first, what you was producing?
No, so my dad ran a company called Submerge Recordings, which was at the time the largest distributor of electronic music in North America.
Wow.
And so every year, at that point, this is like 04, 05, the biggest electronic music festival was the Detroit Electronic Music Festival in Hart Plaza. And I got to play with a group called Underground Resistance that was headlining the last day of that festival. Nice. So, that was my very first gig. That was my introduction to playing keyboards. Playing keyboards. And it was cool because I got to play my dad's keyboards on that gig. I felt like a man. I was 12 years old. I felt like a grown man. I was like, I'm here now. I've made it. I'm inducted into the club, and I've been doing it professionally ever since then.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Probably fucked up my grades because I was focused on it too much, man.
I can't support that one, brother. But,
yeah, focus on school, man. Don't be like.
You're obviously doing well for yourself.
Yeah, man.
Do you have a name for your studio?
So we are inside of Full Circle Studios. We're inside of Studio A at Full Circle Studios. This is my personal room. Of course, it's available to the public, but I'm predominantly the only engineer that works in this room. Right. I made this room because I'm a producer first. So I wanted a room where I could focus on producing, but when I need to mix for a client, because I am known to be a very good mix engineer and mastering engineer,
Y'all better be paying attention.
So when, I have the proper setup and facilities to be able to do that without having to sacrifice the music making aspect of it, So that was the design behind this room, Shout out to my partner in the studio, Trevor Ensign. He actually helped me design the room and the fabric wall treatment, all of that good stuff, Hey,
man, if you ever get a new studio, hint, I'm kind of dope at making the studio look nice, too.
Say less.
Shout out to Trevor, though. Maybe I can help.
Hey, man, it's all about about teamwork over here, man. It's never too many heads on one project. You know what I'm saying? Like I love collaboration and teamwork. You know, so
man. So let me ask you this, man. You know, do you mind me saying your age?
Go ahead.
Okay, you told me you was 29, right?
Yep.
29 years old. You seem to be pretty successful, but do you feel successful?
I feel successful for where I'm at. You know, I'm following the trajectory I set for myself. Yeah. I ain't reached my peak yet or where I plan to go. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, for me, it's all about taking risks. Yeah. You know, I started in my mama's house. You know what I'm saying? I had a room in my mama crib. My mom made sure every house we moved to, I had a room that I could just turn into a studio and do what I needed to do. Right. And, you know, that worked, but you gotta, you know, step out on your own, do your own thing. This is my third studio. Wow. You know, this is my third establishment. Right. And, you know, every time it grows, you know, so just don't be afraid to bet on yourself and, you know, you could get there. So, yeah, I'm successful, but I ain't there yet.
This interview is slightly different. This one is probably more towards on how it is on the Just B show, you know what I mean? Because I just see a young black man that's trying to be great, you feel me?
I appreciate you.
So as an engineer and a producer, you know, we all get to these points. I do as a podcast producer and host where I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of stuck. I'm like, damn, how do I maneuver, you know, to the next spot? What has, as a producer and engineer, what has that been for you? You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I can't really ask specific.
That plateau feeling, that feeling where you just had a plateau. You're not going up, but you're not going down. Yeah. You know, no, I get that.
Like, how did you overcome it?
I overcame it by being patient. You know, the one thing that I learned very young in my career was don't just do shit. Can I cuss? Yeah. Don't just do shit just to do shit. Right. Strategically, like, is this going to be beneficial to my goal in the long run? And that's every performance I've been asked to do. That's every, you know, production session I've been asked to do. Anything, you know, I've been blessed to work for myself my entire life. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this my entire life.
12, y'all.
You know, I haven't
12 to 29.
I've never worked a retail gig. I've never had the privilege of having that, you know, steadiness. You know what I'm saying? Right. And this can be, when you're starting out and you're getting your footing, this can be very turbulent. You know, you got to be responsible and manage your finances. But you know, it's just about, you know, strategically choosing what you can do and what you want to do. And you're never over experienced or not experienced enough to be able to choose what you want to do. Right. You know, if it's not conducive to what you want to do in the long run and where you want to be, say no. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing we can't get back is time. You know what I'm saying? Like, preach and you want to spend the time that you need to on your career and your goals. Yeah. And, you know, you can get caught up in serving everybody else because you're good at what you do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be picky about what you do. And the things will come to you. You know, the growth will come to you. That's the one thing I can say. I've been blessed to where I haven't had to go and search. It comes to me because I'm doing what I need to do to stay on course for my goal. Yeah,
man, that's a beautiful thing, man. For real. That's super dope, man.
Thanks.
So I got to ask you, man, with everything that we talked about here, everything that you've said, you feel me? Again, I know it's self-love. Shit, we just had a whole debate about it. You know, unity because we are here, you know, amongst brothers, amongst friends, man, business people. What's next for Noize, man?
Man, next for Noize is...
That sounds like a
podcast. Yeah, and that's fun. You know, next for Noize is really starting to establish the brand of Noize. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the background player. Right. You know, I've always been supporting my own artists and, you know, other artists. You know, I'm very good at that from the business side to the technical side. You know, I've trained myself to be almost indispensable. No matter what step of the process, I can be of value. Right. So now it's time to put all of that into me. Well, I still got my artists, but you know, focusing on my brand and, you know, really showing people what has been going down on the back end. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Man, well, I full-fledged believe in you, man. I want to tell you, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Keep doing your thing, man. It's fair enough to say you part of the hood, man.
Of course,
Welcome,
man.
King. Welcome. And before we jump off, you got to let the people know where can they find you on these social media platforms.
Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Beats by Noize, Beats by Noize. Y'all can find me on Snapchat at Beats by Noize. Y'all can check out my website, makethebeatknock.com. That's my
I like that, Make the Beat Knock.
Yeah, that's my new beat store. You can go on there and, get beats of all different kinds, all different styles, get custom beats if you need as well. Also my mixing services and things of that nature. Also follow the studio, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at fullcirclestudioslv.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. And again, thanks for tapping in with me and all of the people that's watching this right now, man. It's super dope. To both of you gentlemen, again, thank you from Under the Hood and the whole team that I got behind me as well. You know what I mean? Again, everybody, all of the people that you see on these interviews and that I'm talking to and we're just having real conversations with, as soon as the Under the Hood website is up, you'll be able to find all of their following, all of their information, and all of its resources.
Yeah.
So you can go under the hood and get connected with these people, man. Thanks again, brothers, and we out of here.
All right.